How do I disable missing docstring warnings at a file level in Pylint? Pylint throws errors that some of the files are missing docstrings. I try and add docstrings to each class, method and function, but it seems that Pylint also checks that files should have a docstring at the beginning of them. Can I disable this somehow? I would like to be notified if a docstring is missing inside a class, function or method, but it shouldn't be mandatory for a file to have a docstring. Is there a term for the legal jargon often found at the beginning of a proprietary source file? Any examples? I don't know whether it is okay to post such a trivial question separately.
It is nice for a Python module to have a docstring, explaining what the module does, what it provides, examples of how to use the classes. This is different from the comments that you often see at the beginning of a file giving the copyright and license information, which emo should not go in the docstring. Some even argue that they should disappear altogether. See for example get rid of source code templates. With Pylint 2.4 and above, you can differentiate between the various missing docstring by using the three following sub-messages. C0114, missing module docstring. C0115, missing class docstring. C0116, missing function docstring. So the following .pylint file should work. For previous versions of Pylint, it does not have a separate code for the various places where docstrings can occur, so all you can do is disable C0111. The problem is that if you disable this at module scope, then it will be disabled everywhere in a module, i.e., you won't get any C line for missing function, class, method docstring, which arguably is not nice. So I suggest adding that small missing docstring, saying something like, soon enough, you'll be finding useful things to put in there, such as providing examples of how to use the various classes, functions of the module which do not necessarily belong to the individual docstrings of the classes, functions, such as how these interact, or something like a quick start guide.
As mentioned by FollowBen in the comments, a better solution is to just disable the rules that we want to disable rather than using errors only. This can be done with disable equals D. The list of message IDs can be found here. For the specific error mentioned in the question, the message ID is C0111. For using disable equals param in your choice of ID or text editor, you will need to figure out how to do it. For versus code, this can be done by adding this in settings.json.
Just put the following lines at the beginning of any file you want to disable these warnings for. I just wanted to add to what Emil von Tomasovic posted above. I decided to use python.linting.pylintargs in Scode's global settings, as it was far more convenient than using a .pylint file. Also, instead of using an id for the switch, such as C0115, I use the symbolic names instead. Full reference to Pylint options and switches is here. I came looking for an answer because, as Jareen said, in Django projects it is cumbersome and redundant to add module docstrings to every one of the files that Django automatically generates when creating a new application. So, as a workaround for the fact that Pylint doesn't let you specify a difference in docstring types, you can do this. You have to update the message template, so that when you grep you will still know the file name. This returns all the other missing docstring types excluding modules. Then you can fix all of those errors, and afterwards just run.